Nice to see you, my friend. I'll be set up in just a moment.
Introducing the next generation of toner.
Sorry, that was just an ad. Again, which is a good sign because it means that I am monetized. Hey, Foxy. Foxy, you're here early, my friend. Nice to see you. Tita is the first like. Michael says, good morning, Yogi. Have a great workout. See you in later lives. Thank you, Michael. Tandra says, good morning, Yogi. Hey, Tandra. Good morning. Give me a second. Proper adjustments. Hey, Tandra, any official word? My cat is saying good morning to you guys. We're going to do a brief, maybe we'll make it to half an hour. We'll see. I say that, and the mornings have gone longer than they normally do, which is okay. Means we have something to talk about. No, not yet. It says it can take up to a month. It won't. Should be pretty quick. It didn't take me, for me, it was almost instant. Within, it was either the next day or almost like within a couple hours when I did it. But that's only because I already had Google AdSense from my blog. I had a monetized blog, so it was already approved, and that took a week or so for that to happen. But once it's in place, you know, it's easier to get done. Jamie says, hi, Yogi. Hey, Jamie. Jamie, how are you? Nice to see you. Early in the morning for me. I know it's later for you guys. So, obviously, according to the title, I'm going to talk a bit about Course in Miracles. I've been reading less and talking more, meaning that not relying on a particular thing. Although, here's what amazes me, guys. The answer to every single one of my problems, every single trouble that I have, every misunderstanding, every grievance, every complaint, I've always had every single tool immediately. Why is it after 40 years or more of practicing yoga and a seriously committed meditation practice for 35 years, practicing Course in Miracles for over 30 years, I still misplace my tools in my toolbox. I keep looking outwards. Let's see. Jamie says, I'm okay, thanks. How are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm ready for spring, I'll be honest with you. Life on Random says, hey guys, do any of you guys sleep? It's a good question. I heard Skeeter talking about Tandra this morning and says Tandra is the person, the channel that never sleeps. You will always find Tandra. That's good though. Tandra, here's the gift of Tandra. Availability. You'll always find, you almost always find a stream from Tandra, which just provides this nice place of comfort. You know the presence of Tandra, even if she's asleep. The presence of Tandra is there. You know, if you need some peace of mind, if you need some company, if you need just that presence, you'll find it. That doesn't mean Tandra's always there on that restream, but her presence is. That's what counts. Jimmy says, hey, life on random. Says, hey, back. Tandra says, that's a strange thing, though. I always sleep. Oh, the stream is there. I'm asleep. Random says, Jimmy, what time is where you are? It's 10:06. It is 5:06 for me, right? Yep, 5:06. I'm up every morning somewhere between 2 o'clock and 2:30. It's usually right about 2:20 that I wake up. Sometimes I'll lay in bed a bit. I've been getting by with about 5 hours of sleep each night. I could, I wouldn't mind getting an hour more. But I do a lot of restorative practice. Um, you know, I meditate twice a day. Meditation actually provides a deep, deep rest. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get situated, trying to get comfortable. Um, yeah, meditation provides a deep mind rest. When the mind is at rest, the body is at ease, the body recovers, it's restored. I also, when I'm able to, I haven't done it as much as I should have, yoga nidra. Yoga nidra is also called yogic sleep or psychic sleep, is being led into, it's actually the fifth limb of yoga, pratyahara, which means withdrawal of the senses. It's when we have a guide, and you can listen to it if you go to my page, my channel page, homepage, whatever it's called. I have a playlist of guides that I like on YouTube, and you simply listen to a person guide you through that state right between wakefulness and falling asleep. And we all get there. It happens to us every night. But with this, it brings us in conscious awareness of that state. And we linger there. And we get this deep, deep rest. Neuroscience has shown that 1 hour of yoga nidra is the equivalent of 4 hours of sleep, deep sleep. So if you're not sleeping well, if you're not rested, if you need a restorative practice, as well as wanting a deeply, deeply spiritual practice, yoga nidra is the key. You could practice it for as little as 5 minutes, as much as an hour or more. So even 5 minutes is the equivalent of like a half-hour nap. It's 4:07 here in Texas. Yep, you are. Are you random? Are you still up? Have you not gone to bed yet, or are you just waking up, or have you been awake for a while? So yeah, highly recommend everyone to look into yoga nidra. You can put it in your search engine here on YouTube, and it'll take you to many. Ali Bothworth, something like that. I don't remember her last name. She's one of my favorite. Tanja says, Jamie, I keep missing you live. I really need to get to one. Jamie's always got something interesting to say. I appreciate his viewpoint. So again, if you're not rested, if you don't feel restored when you wake up, if you feel you need to be a little more recovered, yoga nidra. I am actually, I've taken yoga nidra certification courses, but I am not yet certified because I've never taken my final exam. Don't know why. Just always, I don't know. I don't know if I have the voice to guide people to that state, you know? Tanya says, oh my God, Jamie, I thought I was sub to you, but I wasn't. I am now. I've talked about that. Hey, Danny. Danny says, morning, Yogi, my friend. Good morning, Danny. I've talked about that before. And so has Eric LaPointe. You're so familiar with people. You know, you see them all the time, and you just naturally assume I'm already connected. And then you go and you check, and you find out that you're not. That's happened to me with people that I've been connected with for a while, friends with for a while. Tanja, or Jamie says, thanks, Tanja. And Tanja says, and thanks, Jamie. So I was mentioning tools in the toolbox. Yoga Nidra being one of them. But more importantly, if I'm struggling, hey, Amanda, if it feels that Amanda is coming, hold on. If it feels like I haven't forgiven an issue or forgiven someone, or if something's still reoccurring that is disturbing my peace of mind, which amazes me. Amanda says, hello, sexy people. Hello, Amanda. It means I'm ignoring my tools. Not only that, I'm ignoring my toolbox. Not only that, I've completely forgotten that I even have a toolbox. But it's all right there. It is all right there. Danny says, there's the giggle. So, of Course in Miracles calls this the peace of God. You can call it the peace of the Tao. You can call it the peace of Krishna, the peace of Jesus, Buddha peace, whatever you like to call it. But I love that thought of the peace of God. And in the Manual for Teachers, it tells us what is the peace of God and how do we find it. And it says, Yogi, I told them, can I spank you for the not being soap to Skeeter Live, for not bringing soap to Skeeter's Live. No one told me that was my job. No one told me I was supposed to, or for not being the soap. Roses for everyone today. Well, thank you, Tandra. It is Valentine's Day. Hi, Goldie. Goldie says Happy Valentine's Day to all who celebrate it. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, our friend. So first, how can the peace of God be recognized? God's peace is recognized at first by just one thing. In every way, it's totally unlike all previous experiences. It calls to mind nothing that went before. That's important. Anything that went before this present moment is not peace of mind. It brings with it no past associations. If you see someone and they're triggering you, then obviously you are not experiencing peace of mind. You're not experiencing God's peace for sure, because it is bringing with you previous experiences. The peace of mind that God presents is always new, it's always fresh, and it doesn't have that past baggage to it. It's an entirely new thing. There is a contrast, yes, between this thing and the past, but strangely, it is not a contrast of true differences. The past just slips away, and in its place is everlasting quiet. Only that. The contrast first perceived has merely gone. Quiet has reached to cover everything. Here's the important thing. How is that quiet found? No one can fail to find it who but seeks out its conditions. So that's important. First, recognize that you don't have it. If I'm in turmoil, if I'm upset, if I am angry, if I am experiencing anything that is not bringing me peace, it means that I can instantly recognize what I want. All those conditions are showing me what I don't want. So now I just have to ask. I want God's peace. As simple as that. Course in Miracles says it's asking for a miracle. A miracle is simply a shift of perception. And it is not using the ego for a job whose function is not of the ego's. It's giving it to the Holy Spirit, which is always peace, which is already forgiven, which is already everything that we need. So what we're saying is, I'm caught up in the ego. I'm caught up in my mind stuff. I need a miracle. I need a shift in perception. I need to hand all of this stuff, all of this baggage over to God. I'm tired of carrying it. I'm tired of having my ego do a job it's not suitable for. My ego is pointing out the anger. It's pointing out the division. It's pointing out all that stuff that needs to be healed. But I don't need to give it that job. It's already done its job. It's pointed out those things. But now I turn it over. Turn it over to the Holy Spirit. I turn it over to the Tao. I turn it over to Buddha consciousness. Course calls that we are unhealed healers because we are seeking to heal from a fractured mind. When we turn everything over to that which is already whole, everything's already healed. He who sees anger as justified in any way or any circumstances proclaims that peace is meaningless and must believe that it cannot exist. In this condition, peace cannot be found. Therefore, forgiveness is a necessary condition for finding the peace of God. More than this, given forgiveness, there must be peace. When we forgive, there must be peace. But forgiveness is the thing. Forgiveness is a verb, remember. It's a practice. It's something that we continuously do 24/7. For what except attack will lead to war? If you are attacking anyone, anything, for any condition, any circumstances, you are at war. And if you are at war, you can't be at peace. Man, I've had enough of that. For myself, I've had enough of that. Which is why if I perceive that I am attacked in any way, I'm not going to attack back. Even though, even that point in my life, it still seems to me that I'm caught up in that. All right. Let me catch caught up in the chat. Yogi, last time you said you're the soap guy. I have never said I was the soap guy. Let's see. Danny says, back to Skeeter. Well, thanks for coming in and hanging out. Goldie says, okay, Skeeter. Amanda says, I'm being naughty this time, and I told Yogi I'm good. Next time, well, I'm good, but a different kind of good. Amanda says, love you, Danny. Amanda says, Sandra waiting for me to get in trouble. Oh, let's see. Goldie says, Eric, by the time you start your last live stream today, it's my daughter's birthday. Awesome. Please tell her I said happy birthday. Amanda says, I told my ego to shut up and let me have the fun. It's the... Happy birthday to your daughter, says Amanda. Yeah, the ego always has its own version of fun. For me, been down that road for a long time, and I've caused myself much, much damage, many, many wounds, and it's time for the unhealer to be healed, for sure. Goldie says, thank you, Amanda. She's turning 20 tomorrow. Tanya says, happy birthday to your daughter. Tanya says, sorry, Yogi, I told you you were an hour later than you were. I was trying to save you. I appreciate you looking out for me. Goldie says, thank you, Tanya. Hey, Easy. Easy says, hey, Eric. Easy, how are you? Hello, Selma. Good morning, my friend. I'm sorry that you're not feeling well, Selma. Happy Valentine's Day, my friend. Someone says I lost my voice. So it's a good thing you didn't sing yesterday. All right. When peace is found, the war is meaningless. How many times does that happen? Even inadvertently, I think it happens to all of us. That sometimes it seems we stumble into peace. We stumble into that peace of mind, the peace of the heart, the peace of God. And we think, man, how meaningless was it? All those grievances that I had before, all that resentment, all the judgments that I ever had. And in comparison to the peace that I have right now, how meaningless it is, how meaningless it was. And yet, if we're not careful, and we're never careful, we slip right back into that. We immediately go back into war with ourselves. And it truly is war with ourselves, only reflected in other people. It always reminds me of what Ramana Maharshi, the great sage of India, said when he was asked by a follower, how do we treat others? And he smiled and said, there are no others. If I am in war with someone else, it's because I am at war with myself. If someone else is at war with me, it's because I am at war with myself. When I learn to forgive the appearance of another, I forgive myself. When I forgive myself, I forgive my appearance coming to me in all the distressing disguises. When Mother Teresa was asked, How did she show up to work every day in the orphanage hospital that she worked in, working with the most sick of the sick, unreal suffering in children? How did she do it? And she said, I simply see the face of Christ in all of his distressing disguises. That's how we forgive. We don't forgive my ego to your ego. Hey, Mercy, my friend. It's not ego forgiving ego. That's an impossibility. That's bargaining. It is seeing the face of Jesus, seeing the face of Christ. It is seeing the Holy Spirit. The light within me, namaste, the light within me recognizes and forgives the light within you. Let me dive back in, guys. Someone says, I miss you, Goldie. Easy says, I don't want to go into it too much detail, but Tuesday night I was faced with a very intense situation and I handled it cowardly. I felt ashamed because it taught me how controlled by fear I really am. But that's okay. Easy. That's okay. And you aren't controlled by fear. Who you truly are doesn't even experience fear. The ego experiences fear. You are not the ego. The ego is simply that which recognizes the fear. And now because you recognize it, you can heal it. Remember that one truly, truly amazing line in the Course in Miracles. It says, the one holy true thing that one can say about the past is that it's not here. That's forgiveness. The past isn't here. What happened on Tuesday night simply served to allow you to point out fear. And now you can heal it. Now you can practice true forgiveness, being in the present moment, because there's nowhere else that you are. Amanda says, Skits, I love you. Did I miss Skits? Hey, Skits. Hi, Eric, and very good morning to you, brother. Hey, today is, good morning, Skits. Today is Premier Music Day from our friend Skits. Stay tuned. It's going to release a song. Selma says, in the afternoon, I will co-stream with you, Yogi. Okay, Selma. Happy Friday to you, Skits. Skits says, Amanda, I love you too, my friend. Sorry, pups. I'm sick and I'm losing my voice. That's okay, Selma. Get some rest. Tanya says, Amanda, you're all good. I wasn't too late. No, you weren't too late. Skit says, I love you too, Selma. Happy Valentine's Day, guys. Well, thank you. It is today. I have no plans. My everyday plans. Easy says, I'm 27 years old and I don't feel like a man yet. I'm still just a kid and I hate that. So your ego is defining to you what a man is supposed to be and you don't fit up to that ego. Is that a surprise? You don't fit up to the description that your ego is offering you. There's no agenda here. Easy. There's no timeline. There's no, you're supposed to be this and you're supposed to be that. That is the offering of Dostoevsky. Dostoevsky wrote a book. What was it? The Underground Man. Actually, very inspirational to Freud. Very inspirational for a lot of philosophies. And he talked about the 2+2 world. The 2+2 world is the world of the ego. This wasn't so much underlined by the character in the book, but this is what the perspective offered by Kenneth Wapnick, a teacher of A Course in Miracles. The 2+2 world is the world of the ego, the world of, some people call it the TikTok world, the world of timelines. Hey, Bushcraft, my friend. Appreciate you being here. We live in the 2+2 world. We recognize that we live in the 2+2 world, but that's not reality. That's not who we truly are. This is why A Course in Miracles points out inadvertently, or Kenneth Wapnick points out, what we truly need to recognize is 2+2 doesn't equal 4. 2+2 always equals 5. That there's a greater reality at hand, or there's a reality at hand that is not part of our perception, that doesn't have a timeline, that is not telling you that this is the type of job you need, this is what you have to do, this is the type of car you need to drive. That's the 2+2 world, not true reality. This is what Jesus meant when he said, be in the world, but not of the world. There's really only one equation that we need to recognize. 1 + 1 = 1, because all there is 1. Tanya says, Yogi, you're getting Mocha anything for Valentine's Day? No. She doesn't really celebrate Valentine's Day. Sometimes I do. We used to go to brunch all the time. Sometimes I get her stuff. I was unable to this year. There's some things that play with me right now. More than any time in my life, I'm very cut off, very isolated in the outer world. Tanya says, give her a hug. I will definitely give her a hug. Thank you for that. If our schedules work out, she's taken 6 classes. This is her last semester in school, and it's a very important semester. She needs to keep her grades a certain level in order to get her GI Bill. And this is the last of her GI Bill, the last money that she gets for her service. Let's see. Bushcraft says, hello to Amanda. Hello, and thank you very much. So it's a lot of stress for her. So I don't see her a whole lot. I have lost both cars that I've had in the past couple years. So for me, it's hard to get places to do any shopping. I don't see a lot of people. Some days, I talk to you guys and I talk to my cats, and that's the only actual people that I talk to. So in a lot of ways, the things that I've wanted when I was a kid, or not a kid, but a teenager, young adult, when I thought about, I do sometimes get it delivered. That can add up, you know what I mean? Shopping fees and all that other stuff. I live about 2 miles from shopping center, so I can walk there if I need some stuff. But I do order some stuff. I'm going to order some bananas after this conversation, some bananas and apples. Amanda says, thank you, Bush. You know, in my 20s, I considered joining a monastery. First, I was going to join the Self-Realization Fellowship as a monk in the order of Paramahansa Yogananda, a yogic ashram. But I couldn't bring myself to make that final step. It asked a little too much of me. Complete loyalty to a thought system when there was so much else to explore. And then I thought later, after my divorce, I thought about joining a Thai monastery, Buddhist monastery. But again, I decided not to. I was needed here to take care of my father, take care of my mother. Yeah, we talked about this, Amanda. I am with my ex-wife. You know, I only use that as a reference. She's never been an ex anything. We got divorced. And we found our way. We navigated through life through all kinds of different things. There was times when she was, like immediately after our divorce, she was seeing someone else. I was seeing someone else. We found our way to hold on, to come apart, to hold on, to come apart, but we never ever truly separated. You know what I mean? Well, it's not complicated because it works for us. um, when it says he's talking about a daughter, a wife, a girlfriend, I do have a stepdaughter. Tanya says Yogi is taken. Tanya says that's why I'm here to save him. Amanda says, okay, Tandra, she's safe now. She is. Mocha popped in yesterday in the live stream and was hanging out with everyone. Yeah, I mentioned all this. I always. I guess sometimes if people hear me talk about, you know, confusion in terms. I remember once saying, you know, are you divorced or am I married? And I said, no, I'm happily divorced. It sounds weird because it sounds like I'm happy in my divorce. I have a happy divorce. Let's see. Amanda says, laughing, okay, Tandra, he's safe now. Tandra says, phew. Tandra says, yes, it was nice to see her. Yep, she was taking a break from class. 6 classes is a lot in one semester. And she's worried about it. The semester before last was a tough one for her. Yeah, I talk about this quite frequently from our transition from a special relationship, and a special relationship is, Bushcraft says, if I understand correctly, you're talking about daughters, wives, and girlfriends. Yeah, daughters, wives, and girlfriends. My job is done. Yogi is safe. Mocha doesn't mind. As a matter of fact, if Mocha saw it, she might say, be careful what you ask for. So you know what? It isn't easy because I'm someone who, obviously you can tell by the fact that I talked about joining an ashram and a monastery. I'm someone that appreciates a lot of solitude. I appreciate a lot of quiet time, a lot of silence. Mocha, she's introverted, but she does like being out there more than I do. Skit says, so Eric, will you be my Valentine's? I will always be your Valentine. You're my heart friend, Skits. Skits is laughing. Everyone's my Valentine's. Yeah, I think so. Mocha's answer would be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you ask for. She might say, hey, if you truly want him, give it a trial period of about 90 days and then come back to me and see. She would give you like a warranty, a money back guarantee. Then he says, there's Skits. There, Skits. Amanda says, Skits, I was going to ask you. Yogi is taken. So yeah, I was, talking about somewhat of a difficult time for me because I found that even for me, I have cut myself off in a lot of ways that has been where I found myself going through a little bit of emotional trouble and unable to really reach out, really unable to connect. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. All right. February is a difficult month anyway. My Biscuit says hi to Danny. Hey, Runner Boy. Any update today, Runner Boy? We're going to head off and make some oatmeal in a minute, but I do want to get some information from Runner Boy. I'll bring your channel up again, Runner Boy. Runner Boy says skits. I think actually Runner Boy and skits are the true Valentine's Day here. Bring up Runner Boy's channel. Runner Boy, should I bring up one of your live streams, or are you going live? Runner Boy says, nah, still the same today. Gotcha. Hey, Bushka. Bushka says, hi, Yogi. Hello, my friend. Amanda says, damn it, they're all taken. Danny says, hi to Runner. Everyone's saying hi. Hey, guys. Runner Boy will be live in about 2 hours. Live later in like 2 hours. Do you guys mind doing a playlist for Runner Boy? As well, right now I have our friend... well, I still have Skeeter up. And no F's, no frills, no mercy. Our friend Maddie, I have him up and running. If you could do a playlist for Tundra, because we're still going to be working to get her to 4K. Our friend Maddie, he's getting very, very close to hitting 3K. Runner Boy is getting really close. All right, tag team sure. Bushka says hi everyone in chat. Hope you're all keeping well. Thank you, Bushka. Runner Boy says skits, one in and one out. Take that how you will. Goldie says hi there, Runner Boy, Bushka, and Italian. Runner Boy says I have 50 hours from that live to be added on event. Oh, nice. Let's get you another 50 hours today, Runner Boy. Amanda says bye, guys. So, the little talk. What is peace? What is the peace of God? Peace of God is within you. Don't look for it anywhere else. Look for the things that are not bringing you peace as tools for you to turn within and find the peace of God. It is within you. It exists, and you can find it, and you can find it right here, and you can find it right now because it does not exist anywhere else but right here and right now. With that in mind, guys, I'm going to let everyone go. Our friend Sniper has made it in for the 5 a.m. Says, Grand Risings all, been lurking here since the start. Thank you, Sniper. Bushcraft says, sorry, but it's not easy for me to understand everything. My English isn't the best. That's okay, Bushcraft. Always happy to answer any questions. All right. I'm going to make some oatmeal. Going to take my walk, and then we're going to work out. Tundra offers some flowers to both Sniper and Bushcraft. It says, have a nice Valentine's. Oh, you too, Tundra. Thank you so much. Runner Boy says, I like your Irish flag, Bushcraft. All right. Guys, I got to go. Thank you for hanging out with me. Much appreciated. I will see everyone later. Take care, guys.